Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing this Archon quest here, a Herald without adherents. So let's get started. It's right over here. Just gotta defeat these guys. Look for traces of the Abyss Order. It's pretty obvious that we found them. Okay. There are two of these guys. The water one
I will have order.
is easy enough to defeat with what's it called? With Kaya. Whereas the ice one is obviously easy enough to defeat with Diluc. I think I said that right. What? Oh. Crap. Come on. Leave me alone. I keep getting frozen.
Stabilize.
Okay, that's annoying. Come on, you. There we go. Where did the water one go? What? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, dodge that.
Freeze.
There we go.
Stabilize.
Okay, good. For a little bit there, I was like struggling because these guys kept freezing me. The combination of water and ice enemies sucks.
Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No, we ran right towards them.
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is that so? The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot too.
The Traveler? Not your partner?
Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yep, those important materials.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Is that so?
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
Yeah, Master Diluc's done that before.
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a painful interrogation.
Something related to what we saw in the ruins?
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all of this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Huh. Okay. Look for traces of the Abyss Art. What in the... I never noticed that they have those weird spinny things on their arms. Okay. Now, let's go over there. I guess I'll just run over there. Somehow collect the sweet flower. I don't even know why I did that. I just saw it and I was like, okay, I'll grab it. Come on. I hate how you can slide like that. I'll just run over here first. That's one of the small issues I have with this game is that steep cliffs like that, they sometimes have you slide off as opposed to grabbing onto them. I'll wait for my stamina to recover. What in the world is that thing over there? Okay, never mind. There should be some more abyss mages over here, right? That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Yeah, I can hear him. Oh, joy.
Think you can get away?
I wonder... Oh my goodness. Okay, you probably heard the, yeah. I was gonna say, you probably heard the party changing sound. And that's because I did change my party members, but the game just said, nope.
What's the hurry? Freeze!
Come on, leave me alone. Okay, you. I don't want to get frozen. If I can avoid it. There we go. Get rid of the water one first because it's the most annoying. Then this fire one. I wonder if that ruin guard is required to continue the story here. It may not be.
Stabilize.
After defeating this thing, it might actually continue. Nope. Okay.
This is order.
Good. There you go. Now let's...
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Yahoo!
Okay.
Freeze.
This guy is going to be a small pain in the butt to beat. Because he's actually done quite a bit of damage to my characters. Crap. Where are you? Oh.
Solidify.
Okay. I mean, granted, I'm not being very smart about how I'm approaching this fight. There we go. Okay, good.
Gather.
And it should be dead before it even has a chance to act again. Yeah, good. Talk to Dainsleif, it said.
Wow! Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here.
Uh-huh.
Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around too. Is that just a coincidence? Or...
Does that normally happen when exploring? If that's the case, I never noticed it. Or if I did notice it at the time, I didn't care. One of the two.
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout.
But I only heard about you by chance.
Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation?
What, do you recognize it, Paimon?
Oh. Speaking of Khaenri'ah, that's really a super ancient name. Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Khaenri'ah was...
I know about Khaenri'ah
Huh?
because I have memories of Khaenri'ah. Okay, that's a little bit of a surprise.
You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours.
Okay, that's a little bit of a surprise.
But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, The Kanria you saw, what was it like?
Let's see. Well, I can't hide it from him any longer. Dane and Conria, it's worth a shot. Or the person who woke me up, and that Sea of Flames. I'll say Dane and Conria, it's worth a shot. The traveler tells Dane about the Sea of Flames they saw 500 years ago, and I couldn't read the rest of it.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Kanria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Conria? She said that?
I don't remember, but sure, yeah, correct.
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
So, okay, so the opening cutscene was 500 years ago. That's what the game is telling me right now. And so 500 years had passed since then. Oh boy, that's quite a bit of time.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
Yes, you would, wouldn't you? I'm sorry. I'm implying that she's that person, but I don't know.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Kanria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Kanria. Am I right?
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless.
I haven't read any of them.
So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your sister?
Let's see. It's the second most promising lead after looking for the 7.
Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
Okay, now I'm wishing that I kind of read some of those books. I would have a better idea of all this lore that's being thrown at me out of nowhere.
I probably know more about Kanria than both of you. Kanria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Kanria. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
What a dangerous world. I need to hurry up and find my sister.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits.
Let's see. I need to hear what the explanation the gods have for their actions, but the next time I see Ventir as Zhongli, I need to hear what explanation the gods have for their actions.
Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
Okay. Let's go to the next place. Hopefully it's near a thing where I can heal. Darn it. It's not. Okay, I'm gonna heal up first. And then go over there. So that was quite a bit of lore that was thrown out of nowhere. Well, from my perspective, it was out of nowhere. It's possible that all the books that we've been finding throughout the course of the game have that lore stuffed in there. And I just don't know about it because I haven't been reading any of the books. Let's see. I'll teleport here. And the reason why I've been reading any of the books is because we just have so many of those. Like, way too many. I don't know if some of it's just, like, made-up stories, or if it's actually world-building stuff. You know, some of it might be made-up stories, and some of it might be world-building. And I like stuff like that in games, where you can read the books and whatnot for a better understanding of how the world, you know, like all the stuff in the world. But unfortunately, I never really was interested in checking that stuff out in this game. Okay, so now I'm kind of regretting that. Is it up here? I think it's up there. What? Oh, I had a stamina. I wasn't paying attention. Darn you, stamina meter. Okay. Okay. Oh, some more.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria. So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as field tillers by the people of Conria.
So what? They managed crops?
Field tillers? What a strange name.
They were farming equipment?
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their weapons.
Well, that's just dumb.
The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the field tiller came about.
Okay.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
After the destruction of Conria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
That sounds so sad.
Let's see. Wandering aimlessly for 500 years.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Well, I would if they would stop spawning. Not that I want them to stop spawning, I'm just saying. Let's see.
Think you can get away?
Okay.
Solidify!
Come on. Switch the character already, thank you. My goodness.
Stabilize!
There we go. There's one.
Order guide you.
Okay. I've done that.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Okay. Good grief. Whenever I use that ability with Venti, it's like the game goes stupid on me.
Stabilize!
There we go. Ah. How long could it spin for? I thought it would surely stop by then, but whatever. Okay.
Dodge this!
Okay, do that.
Brace
Do
yourself.
that. some reason I thought I had the shield up, but I didn't. There we go. Okay, whatever.
Brace yourselves.
Okay, please. Oh, that's why. I was like, please switch to other character, and it couldn't because I was pressing the wrong button. Wait, did I somehow manage to stun it? Wow, I don't even know how that happened. Well, okay, I've got to switch out D-Luke and Venti as their slots because I keep trying to press left to switch to D-Luke and I end up switching to Venti instead. It's a little bit awkward.
Huh? This abyss base dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
That's a good question, Paimon.
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
What? Is that what it says?
Huh. Is that referring to the main character's sister?
Loom of Fate, initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine?
Is it related to those inverted statue? Or to
From
the
the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean?
That giant creature that we didn't really properly fight, but we fought a bunch of Fatui during that. Let's see. We weren't able to destroy it last time, or it was just crushed by the Jade Chamber. It was just crushed by the Jade Chamber.
What do they want with Osile?
Could it be the same as with Dvalin?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
What a way to put it, Paimon. These nicknames just keep getting longer.
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Conria. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Conria. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god. And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
Okay.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
Well, here's the thing that bothers me about that, okay? There's so many of these things out there, that it's very likely it's either been destroyed or taken apart by this point. Somebody else has that special eye. I mean, really, it's like looking for a needle in the haystack here.
It would seem so.
Let's see. They still haven't found it yet. We still have time.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Uh-huh, it seems so.
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Topple the divine thrones.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation?
That statue, it looked like the Animo Archon. I agree, it did look like it. I was wondering why that was.
Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Okay, that's interesting. Sneering at the power of the god. Let me see this very fast. What did it say? Oh, I may as well claim these very fast. That reminds me, I ought to go to, what's it called? Mondstadt. And not turn in, but do the next part of this over here anyways. So I'm actually going to be stopping in a little bit here. Since this is pretty much a good stopping point, at least in my opinion. But first I'm going to go talk to the Marvelous Merchant and get some Primo Gems from him. At least I think I can get Primo Gems from him.
Dandelions?
Okay, Liven. Ha ha ha! Hello there, friend. I shall be counting on you today as well. I'm here to do some business. The items needed today are as such. Confirm the exchange. Unfortunately, I can't do it anymore after that, but it's fine. Let's see. I can make one wish here. And unfortunately, it feels wasted. Okay, I make one wish here, too. Because I had one of those,
Guess we can rest a bit.
one of those items. Anyways, now I'm gonna make my way up here to the church, and then I'll call it good. The way this city is designed, sometimes a little bit annoying. I wish that they had a staircase that ran straight up through the middle of it. And make exploring the different levels a lot easier. But whatever. They're trying to encourage you to climb, I guess. But, oh. Alright, yeah, it definitely looked similar, not to that statue. That statue's different. But it looks similar to the statue of the Seven. Oh, I wasn't expecting a
A
cutscene
huge
this close.
statue. A grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animal Archon. And actually, the Animal Archon is... Ugh, never mind.
You're always calling him Tone Deaf Bard, Paimon.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
But we've done everything else together.
You are the honorary Knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious.
Let's see, because they don't know you?
Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Okay. Let's get a little bit closer then. And so yeah, this is where I'm wrapping things up. This was interesting. This quest is... I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's been interesting so far, revealing little bits and pieces of old lore to us. So yeah, thanks again for watching. The next time I play, I will be continuing this Archon quest here. So see you next time. Bye-bye.